What's up, fellas? It's your boy Wings of Redemption, and for those of you who are not familiar with me or just seeing this video for the first time, I'm an opinionated guy. I play Call of Duty, I do Let's Plays, and I have my own opinions, and these opinions are my own. Recently, I've been watching a lot of cop footage, and I've been studying up on a lot of laws, and I've seen a lot of bullshit in my life based around cops, and I'm not a person that hates cops by no means. I understand the purpose, I understand the reasoning, and I understand that not all cops and not one or two cops do not dignify the whole as a mass. But the ones that stick out are the heels, the bad thumbs. And those are the ones I want to talk about today, the bad cops. The cops that, the kind of cop that will pull you over for a seatbelt ticket if you move if you like changing the direction your truck's backed into the driveway. Those kind of cops. And the ones I want to talk about too mainly is the seatbelt ticket. For those of you who don't know, I live in the state of South Carolina. And in South Carolina, a seatbelt ticket can be a primary ticket. That means they can pull you over for straight up seatbelts. And this used to be a secondary ticket until they had a click it or ticket campaign which started basically to promote people's safety. And here's something you don't know about tickets. Do you know the reason why a seatbelt ticket is like $65, and like a speeding ticket's like $180 to $200? The prices depend on where you live. This is what it is in South Carolina. Cost of living in the South is dramatically lower than anywhere else in the United States, mainly because the income level is so much lower down here. A $10 hour job down here is like thank the lucky stars, how can I be so graved? Or a $10 hour job in New York is, how the hell can you live? Same difference. Housing prices are down here are cheaper down here, but vehicle prices are more expensive. But here's the thing: a seatbelt ticket is $65. That means people won't pay it, and it's a bullshit infraction in my opinion. I've talked about this before, and I look at it like this way: when you're driving your car, you're in your personal property, even though it might be touching the state property, or you might be on state-based land such as public roads or public roadways. The car yourself is private property, so everything in your car is considered private property and considered yours. That's why you have rights such as the right to negate a search, that's why they have a warrant to go into your car without probable cause, things of that nature. So how can they have all these rights and then all of a sudden turn around and say they have to give you a seatbelt ticket in a vehicle that you bought? Don't get me wrong, I wear my seatbelt. You know the reason I wear my seatbelt? I wear my seatbelt because I've seen people die because of not having their seatbelt. I am all for wearing seatbelts, and I have never had a seatbelt ticket in my life. But I'm also fully understandable by people that don't wear seatbelts. So, in South Carolina, here's the way you beat a seatbelt ticket. The way you beat a seatbelt ticket is class of vehicle. If a cop pulls you over, he has to be able to tell you what kind of law you have broken. If he cannot recite the law you have broken, he can't hold you accountable for it. So, because everything has to be done, it has to be factual. You can't go, well, I think this is a law, and I think you're breaking it, so I'm going to take you in and put this on your permanent record. No, it doesn't work that way. You're innocent until you're proven guilty. So, what you do is you accept the ticket, you sign it or do whatever, and then you fight it in court. And when you go to court, the officer shows up. He's going to show up. I mean, it's very rare the officer doesn't show up. It's part of his job to show up for court dates. And when he goes to fight it, you go, the officer pulled me over stating that I needed to wear a seatbelt to properly drive my vehicle. And I asked the officer clearly and plainly, what class of vehicle do I drive? The officer most likely is going to say D class, because he's not going to have looked it up. He's not going to do his homework. And D class is generally what your driver's license say, that you're allowed to operate vehicles of the D class. Well, it breaks down to different genres. There's actually 272 pages of different class of vehicles. A Chevrolet Tahoe is a different class than a Ford Expedition. They have different weight ratings, different ratios, and they have different types. Say something like a Dodge Sprint could weigh as much as a Chevrolet Tahoe, but a Dodge Sprint, if it's designed a proper way, does not require a seatbelt. But certain Dodge Sprints do require a seatbelt because they're designed another way, cab-based. Whereas something like a Dodge Sprint that has a door that you hop in and out, mainly for like a parcel delivery or a courier might use, those are not required to wear a seatbelt. You kind of get the drift, and there's also different variations that you can go to. Like if you're hauling something that impairs your vision, or you're hauling something that makes it so you have to get in and out of the vehicle within every 5 minutes, no seatbelts required. Certain buses require seatbelts and certain buses don't. So if the cop cannot clarify that your vehicle has a seatbelt inside of it that you're required to wear with documentation, how does he know that you're required to wear a seatbelt? Is just gonna assume? Well, yeah, if you're driving a Ford Expedition, yeah, you're required to wear your seatbelt. He knows you're required to wear your seatbelt, but he can't prove that you're required to wear your seatbelt because he did not do his homework. He was unprepared, and when he said I don't know, the judge has to throw the ticket out. Because the main problem with the seatbelt ticket is it goes against your insurance. If you amass over $1,000 worth of seatbelt tickets in a 10-year period, your insurance will skyrocket like 300%. Believe that, player. It's been your boy Wings of Redemption. If you like this video, give me a like and a favorite. Check out my Let's Play channel. Very good Skyrim Let's Play. Hope you guys have a wonderful